The Philippines, home to over 100 million people, has one of the fastest rising economies in Asia. It is an emerging Asian dragon, driven by a vibrant, growing middle class and a young, globally competitive population. My name is John Aguilar, and I'm a serial entrepreneur based in Manila, Philippines. As an entrepreneur, I've seen and experienced the struggles and challenges faced by many businesses. Getting to the top is a long and arduous road. My goal, to help entrepreneurs bridge the gap. This is the final pitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're ready for you. I hope you find your future business partners here in the final pitch.
I've brought together leaders in business to invest in the next promising entrepreneurs. They are the final pitch investor judges. The final pitch seeks to discover businesses that have the potential to scale, with founders that exhibit the traits that resonate with the investor judges. The entrepreneurs chosen from an online submission of pitch videos must prove that they and their business ideas are a cut above the rest. It all begins with the initial pitch, where entrepreneurs pitch for the first time to the investor judges.
I'm not here actually for the money. It's more of you mentoring me.
I don't mind mentoring him, and helping him. And that's to me the most important thing.
Yeah, that's why we are here.
So at Entrepreneurial Health, we have a very simple but ambitious goal, and that is to make healthcare more accessible, affordable for anyone who wants it in the Philippines.
This is something basic that the country really needs.
Thank you. Thank you for everyone's time.
Fantastic. Great presentation. Hopefully we can work on a piece of the pie at least.
Definitely there's a market for this.
I don't think my wife's going to let me eat this one. But she's not here, then I could eat this.
This is actually super.
The chosen entrepreneurs then go through an extensive mentorship and business development bootcamp.
I'll talk to you about marketing the way books don't talk about it. Because after all, the best teacher in life is the real world. All human beings, regardless of race, color, and creed, we have the same sets of needs. We buy because we need. We buy one brand instead of another because of our nice to have.
One thing about pitching is that you basically are selling not just your company, not just a service, but you're selling yourself.
When they are able to move up from poverty, you create a vibrant consumer market. And these businesses that are coming up will enable micro and small to scale up.
Ask why you should exist when there's so many out there. And if you ask yourself, what's the reason for my existence? Always have that unique, that X factor in whatever you do, and then you can go global.
The entrepreneurs chosen by each investor judge are given the privilege of visiting their respective potential investors' headquarters.
Welcome to Great Work Business Campus. Great Work is one of our newest venture in the shared office industry. Every design and every detail that you will see in this office is designed for millennials like us.
Welcome to our head office of Mega Global. I'd like to welcome you to our office to see how we are doing business.
And given a series of challenges meant to test their character and ability to deal with adversity.
That's good, that's good, that's good. Yes, good, good, good.
Try the brown one. This is the brown rice.
I'd like you to meet our special guest judges today. So one thing they all have in common, they're all 13 years old.
Floodguard is a disaster protection and solutions company that provides
After the challenges, the journey culminates with the final pitch.
We are raising $2 million, and today I give you the opportunity to be the last one to inject capital for $300,000.
Mario, let's conquer Southeast Asia together.
Sir, do you have a last offer?
Oh, 5 million for 55% of it.
You have it.
18 million, 30%.
Masyadong sobra sir yung pera.
to.
Sino kailangan pera dyan? Well, let's vacuum seal the deal.
I think in business, if you're consistently good and just hitting your expectations, chances are you'll build a very successful business. So we're just very blessed to be able to have Joe and Henry select us.
Joining the final pitch, it was a very life-changing moment for me. Itong Infusions will be my biggest project in my life.
Mas nakatulong talaga sila Sir William and family and their whole mega team talaga na makita namin kung paano talaga namin isi-scale up yung business.
To the final pitch.
We're now on season 3 and we're very excited to be introducing a more vibrant set of entrepreneurs. We have also, as John would always say, illustrious investors. We have repeat investors, we have the new investors. This is really a season that it's worth watching. And I really hope that you will all root for our entrepreneurs as they go through their own journeys. There's so many different kinds of entrepreneurs this season. So there's tech and traditional businesses, a very good mix. Of course, a little bit leaning towards the tech, because that's the new trend now.
With the emergence of Asian tech startups now dominating headlines and changing the business landscape, it is critical to equip ourselves with the right perspective to seize opportunities in the age of disruption and exponential technologies. And what better way to get connected than by immersing in the mecca of tech innovation? Silicon Valley is considered as the global center for tech innovation and sits in the southern region of the San Francisco Bay Area in Northern California. Whew. And for the next few days, I explored the city of San Francisco and Silicon Valley as part of the Engaged Immersion program organized by Startup Village. Startup Village is a hybrid startup incubator and accelerator that supports the Philippine startup community, led by its founding chairman, Jay Bernardo, and its director, Carlo Calimon. Aside from gaining insights on emerging tech trends, it's also a great opportunity for our group to experience the innovation culture Silicon Valley is known for. First on the agenda is a visit to the Philippine Consulate Office, located in downtown San Francisco. We're welcomed by its Trade Commissioner, Celine Layug, who I had a chance to meet back in Manila. There are many talented Filipinos working in Silicon Valley. The Philippine Consulate is our bridge to expand our network here and to connect us to interesting people and opportunities. The next stop of our tour is the Google Launchpad Innovation Space along Howard Street. Launchpad is a global acceleration program geared specifically to help developers and startups scale by utilizing Google's resources. This facility is meant to act as a learning hub for startups and is one of many Google innovation spaces around the world. One of our biggest takeaways from Google culture is their policy of dedicating 20% of employees' time to projects outside their core function. Our next stop is the HQ of Pinterest. The open office design provides plenty of spaces that promote interaction and collaboration among its employees. Pinterest helps people discover what they love, and the same holds true for their teams. The company is made up of talented individuals who are experts in their fields, but also have passions and interests outside the office that are nurtured and encouraged. So right now we're headed to the tallest building in the west coast of the United States. This is Salesforce. The Salesforce Tower itself is an architectural innovation and is considered as one of the most significant urban corporate campuses in the world.
How you doing, sir?
Salesforce is the world's leading customer relationship management platform. we met with Filipino employees of the company who welcomed us to their workplace. Salesforce has their unique concept of corporate culture. They call it Ohana. Ohana is part of Hawaiian culture, which means family. The Ohana culture believes that families, whether blood-related or otherwise, are bound together, and that families are responsible for one another. Their Ohana culture has earned them recognition around the world, bagging awards for World's Best Workplace and Most Innovative Company, just to name a few. The next part of our Silicon Valley tour is the expansive nerve center of the largest social media networking site in the world.
So right now I'm at One Hacker Way in Menlo Park. This is none other than Facebook.
Upon entering, one of the first things that greet you is the Transit Hub. Here, they offer free bikes for employees to use to move around Facebook's vast HQ. We also learned how Facebook pushes the creativity of their employees. The Hacker Square is the heart of Facebook, as hacking is a big part of their culture. For them, the word hacking means being creative and solving problems. Facebook has 13,000 employees in Menlo Park alone, and food is something they don't have to worry about. They designated this area called the Food Hub for their employees and features a wide variety of gastronomic options. This is Cafe 300, one of many kitchens inside the buildings serving free breakfast, lunch, and dinner to Facebook employees. Facebook also hacked this space called the Arcade, which started out as one person just bringing an arcade game. Eventually, other employees brought their own video game machines, turning this space into a full-on arcade playground. Inside their offices are huge walls where employees and visitors are encouraged to write what's on their mind. It's also a great way to put your mark on your visit to Facebook.
So right now we're entering the building of Twitter, and true to form, this is going to be a very short visit because we're here to just have a look around.
One of the cool elements that represent the scope and reach of social media is the map of Twitter. It provides a visualization of worldwide trending topics in a particular moment and is divided into music, tech, and lifestyle. Twitter is 12 years old, and this year marks the 10th anniversary of the hashtag. Like most companies in the Bay Area and Silicon Valley, Twitter employees are also provided free food every day. And finally, our Silicon Valley tour wouldn't be complete without a visit to the world-famous Google campus, or Googleplex.
So right now I'm at Google Mountain View. This is the main campus of Google. Let's check it out. So right now I'm entering one of the cafeterias of Google. This is called Charlie's. So we're here at Dakshin. They have South Indian food. We'll try this out first. So for the food I got some Italian, some South Indian, Japanese, Mexican, and yeah, it tastes great. And my wife here, Monica, what did you get?
Salad, and I'm done.
It's good food. So these are the famous bikes of Google, and I'm gonna try them out. So I'm sure you've seen the movie The Internship, so this is really cool. I get to ride the bikes of Google. There's actually around 68,000 people here in the Google campus. And imagine being able to live, work, play within this big, expansive space. It's totally amazing. It's like being in a city where you work here and all the perks are here for you to have. You have free food, you have amenities, you have a a volleyball court over there. This place is just totally amazing.
This visit was an opportunity to gain insights beyond the mystique and lore of Silicon Valley. It allowed us to experience the culture of experimentation, diversity, and collaboration, and see why these are the impetus for true innovation. The investments made beyond capital are the relationships and informal networks that people here are able to forge. And this is the connection that groups such as Startup Village and The Final Pitch are hoping to nurture and grow. Up next, introducing the investors of The Final Pitch.
Get ready for 3 days of very intense pitching. Investors, the entrepreneurs are waiting for you.
In the previous seasons of The Final Pitch, we brought together some of the country's most innovative business leaders looking to invest in the best up-and-coming entrepreneurs.
Cheers!
This season, 2 new investors will come into the fold, while 2 returning investors are back to discover and mentor a new batch of entrepreneur hopefuls. First up is our returning investor, William Tu Lim, President and CEO of Mega Global Corporation, a diversified food conglomerate best known for its market-leading catching to canning brand, Mega Sardines.
It's nice to be back. Season 2, may mga ideas that's good. So that's why we are back with Season 3. Baka makatulong pa rin sa ibang mga startups. Season 2, nakikita kong marami ang mga platforms. It's about time also that we should be investing on those things to diversify more on the portfolio namin. Your idea is good, so let's try to improve some more.
William will be bringing with him the learnings and experience of having been an investor judge for the previous season.
So mali ng production volume.
Yes, sir.
Lalabas yan, you'll be in trouble. It's difficult to be working with startups in the sense that the level of understanding is different from corporate. Bright ideas come in all sorts of forms. So we just have to invest our time and effort in making this a successful venture.
Also rejoining as an investor judge is billionaire sportsman Congressman Mikey Romero, co-founding owner of Philippines Air Asia.
Yung Season 3, I'd like to mentor more entrepreneurs. If I can make them millionaires or billionaires, then much better. You will hit this number in 2020. In this Season 3, I would like to see more e-commerce type of businesses because ready na yung Philippines to absorb that kind of business. As long as the business makes money or has a potential to make money, yan ang titignan ko.
Joining our returning investors and making their debut this season are 2 seasoned entrepreneur investors. First is Michael Dargani, the president and CEO of Ice Dream Inc., Philippine licensee of one of the world's largest ice cream chains, Baskin-Robbins.
Hey, hi guys! I was honored to be selected as an investor for the Final Pitch. When I look at my entrepreneurial journey, and with the ups and downs that I've shared, everything that I've been through, and to have gone through all that and come out now where a show like this would look at me and say that, yes, we think you fit the bill. You're the right profile to be an investor, to be a judge. I think for me, I'm humbled by it. I'm grateful for the opportunity, excited to be a part of something like this. So I think in the beginning, you really need to be prepared for hell. Also a little bit misleading to the investors when you say it's extremely difficult, it's extremely challenging, and you have to just come to terms with that and say, you know what, in spite of that, I'm going to do it, I'm going to make this happen. So I think that can-do attitude, because if you're not positive, this journey is not for you, it'll break you.
Next is Mark Vernon, angel investor and founder of blockchain-based digital wallet and payments platform TagCash.
Most of my businesses have been because I wanted to make an impact, make a change. I'm not driven by money, I'm driven by wanting to change something. Certainly in the final pitch, I need deal flow. I need more startups that I can invest in and ask if they want to come onto the platform to raise money. And it is something that I've never done before. I've never been on TV, so I wanted to have some fun. And I'm not in it just for the money, but obviously the money helps me have more fun in the future, investing in more business and so on.
And joining the season as guest investor judge is the daughter of Mikey Romero, millennial restaurateur, founder of Roku Group of Companies, Milka Romero.
For me, it's a big responsibility because I represent the millennial generation or the younger generation. It's exciting as well that I get to really be in that seat and be the one to grill the entrepreneurs and see the progress of their businesses. I want to help them scale up and help them in their operations. I want to make sure that our money is put to good use.
Working with your daughter is always something different. Gusto ko rin siya ma-expose and I'd like her to understand also the many facets of life and of business. I'm not only mentoring the entrepreneurs, I'm also mentoring, in this case, my own daughter.
And back to reprise its role as supporter of the final pitch social enterprise category is Bank of the Philippine Islands BPI Foundation.
With the final pitch, we want to support the burgeoning startup community in the Philippines. We want to be able to help mentor them, provide the needed help in terms of capital, in terms of mentoring, and the best way to do it is through the final pitch. We're looking for those who are ready to scale up and replicate their businesses so they can help more communities and thus help more people.
Introducing the investors of the final pitch.
Investors, welcome to the final pitch. We've lined up 22 amazing entrepreneurs that will pitch to you for the next 3 days. They come from across the Philippines and from around the world. They are the best Filipino entrepreneurs out there. Now, William, as our most senior and return investor, what are your expectations for the ones who will pitch to you?
Well, being a return investor, I would like to see more professionals, more qualified pitching, so we could diversify our business.
Mikey, you're also a returning investor. What are you looking for?
Actually, I am very much excited on this round of pitches because I know that every Filipino will show us what they are really made of.
Michael, this is the first time that you're joining us on the show. What are your expectations for the pitchers who will come on season 3?
I think more than anything, I'm looking for passion, I'm looking for intelligence, and I'm looking for a great attitude. You can't teach people those things. It's something that I think you're born with. What we can do is maybe add value and mentor them, develop those inherent traits, and hopefully form a great partnership with them.
Mark, you're not from around here, are you?
How'd you guess?
First time we met, it was at a startup event. You've been around 7 years in the Philippines. You don't really need to make more money, but you're here for different reasons. You're a passionate guy. Why are you here and why are you looking for entrepreneurs here in the Philippines?
I'm looking for that same passion and knowledge of their own business. Something where I can help them with my IT knowledge, my tech skills, and something I can integrate with TagCash, the TagCash digital wallet, to help them and help us grow, help us make a cashless Philippines. So I'm looking forward to it.
So get ready for 3 days of very intense pitching. They are all amazing entrepreneurs, and we've lined them up specifically to be able to pitch to your different areas of expertise. Investors, the entrepreneurs are waiting for you. It's time to go.
Up next, the first batch of entrepreneurs make their initial pitch.
Put technology in between and disability will just disappear.
It's great, noble.
Mikey has a big heart.
He has a big
pocket.
And a big wallet.
What is the revenue?
We're loss making,
So you're burning about $500,000 a year.
so close to $1 million.
When do you expect to become profitable?
The final pitch is a global call out for entrepreneurs to join the ultimate pitching competition, where entrepreneurs present their businesses to the investors in the hopes of securing funding. It all begins with the initial pitch, where the investors hear and assess the pitches of the shortlisted entrepreneurs. Each investor is entitled to pick 4 entrepreneurs that they can invite as their potential investees, earning them a slot to the final pitch.
We are looking to diversify our portfolio. The faster we adapt to the environment, the better it be for business.
I invested in maybe 100 businesses or more already, and not all made it. They have to learn from me also with regards to that.
You need to know there's so much that you need to be prepared for going into entrepreneurship. You need to have a clear understanding of how challenging it is.
You have to think outside the box. And some of the contestants will have better skills. And I invest in people, not just the idea.
Hello, investors.
Hi, John.
So day one is all about social enterprises. And the businesses that we'll present to you today are all businesses that have social impact as their main agenda. And joining you today on day one is someone who is very intimate with the social entrepreneurship community. She is the executive director of BPI Foundation. Investors, please help me welcome Maria Cris San Diego. So investors, Maria Cris, this is day one, social enterprises. And I guarantee all 8 are very interesting businesses that I hope one or all of you will be able to help. So with that, I will wish them luck and I'll send them in.
First to pitch is an online education technology platform that seeks to improve access to higher education and employment.
This day is all about social enterprises, and you've been there a while. You've been here a couple of years, right?
Exactly. We started officially in 2013, but really hit the ground running in late 2015.
So I hope you succeed because I know a lot of students are counting on you.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Henry Munoz, CEO and founder of Education.ph, the largest youth platform in the Philippines. We are here to raise $200,000 on a convertible note. Our aim is to build a better Philippines, one student at a time. And we want to help them make better informed choices about the key decisions that will get them to a better and more successful life. We're focused on the more than 13 million students which are within that 20 million demographic. These are the future of the Philippines. This is the workforce. We've worked with more than 400 local schools, and we have a team of more than 60 that's nationwide. We've already helped 10 million this year, and there's many millions more that we can help with your help. Thank you.
Are you actually building the actual content yourself, or are you just a platform for others to build?
We do both.
So you're charging for access to information, or you're not charging at all?
That's a great question. We charge the supply side. So the schools pay us to be on the platform.
So where would the percentage be if we are coming in as an investor?
Your smallest stake scenario is 200,000 out of 9 million. So it would be a 2% stake.
What is the revenue?
The revenue this year will be about $400,000, and next year about 1.1.
So overall, how much profit do you normally have at the end of the year?
As many tech startups, we are loss-making. Our gross burn rate going forward will be about close to $1 million.
But the burn rate is part of your rollout plan, right?
Absolutely, yes.
When do you expect to become profitable?
By 2020.
2020.
So that's our conservative business case, but actually this quarter, our business plan and the way we're fundraising is to be conservative and assume that we'll be loss-making until 2020. But thank you so much on behalf of the team.
Thank you.
Great. Very much enjoyed the Q&A. Clearly these are very smart judges who can think on their feet. All brought a slightly different angle, which was highly appreciated.
The valuation of $9 million, is that somewhere?
It's quite high.
I think a lot of people come in because they're impact investors, so
Oh, yeah.
it's really more to help with the cost
Social,
for education,
yeah.
the social
Okay.
aspect.
It's more for you.
Yes, but I do really hope that they're able to increase their revenues because
Yeah.
I don't think they fully tapped into the corporate side of things.
Okay.
And it looks like they're on the right path. I think they'll continue to grow. So
I'm interested in the content side.
Sure.
But,
okay.
Yeah.
But I know Mikey has a big heart.
He has a big heart. And a
Deep
big wallet.
pockets.
And a big wallet, yeah.
Next to pitch is a social enterprise from Davao, dedicated to upskilling people with disabilities.
You tried out for the show last season, season 2, and that time you weren't ready.
Well, because we're not raising funds.
Right, so now you're actually raising funds.
We are.
Your business is very interesting.
Thank you.
I know that this was really born from your personal experience, right? And I can't wait for our investors to find out just the story that is behind what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited as well because today is the International Day for Persons with Disability.
Oh, okay.
So today is very, very special for us. Mayong buntag. My name is Ryan and I'm the founder of Virtualahan. We are a tech social enterprise based in Davao that provides digital skills to persons with disability and then connect them to outsourcing clients abroad. And we are here today raising $200,000 in exchange of 10% in impact investment to our company. So back in 2015, I was discriminated from jobs because of my medical condition. And that fueled me to start Virtualahan to provide gainful employment to people with medical, psychosocial, and physical disability. Number one, we provide digital skills training. And then we provide entrepreneurship and employment support to our graduates. We also have an in-house psychologist that does well-being session and life coaching to persons with disabilities and their families, and ultimately turning our community members into community leaders. We are now in 60 cities all over the Philippines. We've graduated 196 skilled scholars, and if you choose to join us all together with our Power Network, let us build the future where no one is left behind. Thank you.
What is the business model?
Right, we collect training fee. We also have our own outsourcing company and we provide services to clients in North America and Europe, and that's through subscription basis. And we also have companies that hires persons with disability from Virtualahan that we collect referral fee from.
But
And
now
then we
you're
evolved from that.
focused on the PWDs.
That's right.
But outside of that, you can also accept.
Exactly. Scaling up. Next year, we have a project to help former drug addicts and former drug dependents, former sex workers and single mothers, as well as out-of-school youth, using the same technology.
So would this be localized now without any foreign partners?
Yes.
How much is the courses?
Right now, the course is at 25,000 pesos. Yes, but if we have like 100 people enrolling that, we can cut it down to 2,500 pesos.
You're requesting for 10%.
That's right.
Of shares. Up to how much are you willing to go in terms of letting go of your shares?
We're willing to go until 25% with, of course, fair agreement.
25% for the same money?
Not the same money, of course.
There's no harm asking.
If you're gonna go and visit our website right now, that's virtualahan.com, and that website is developed by one of our scholars who's quadriplegic, meaning he's paralyzed from chest down. He coded that website.
Wow.
So those are some stories that we want to get out there. That put technology in between and disability will just disappear. It is possible that we can build a future of work where these people, we are no longer left behind.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Actually very happy with how the pitch went, especially how the question and answer got really interesting. But Mikey, I can also feel that he identifies with our vision. Like looking at his eyes, I can feel that he knows where we're coming from.
Me, if I can find the right skills in the Philippines, then I would rather help the freelancers here. Yeah.
I like the fact that he's also helping those who may not have physical disabilities but have this social stigma.
Yeah.
Formal.
He mentioned sex workers.
Sex workers, drug addicts.
Yeah.
great. Noble.
Up next,
there are other companies doing what you're doing already.
You're all over the place.
If you're looking for investors to commit capital, we have to know, like what exactly the plan is.
Up next is a couple looking to help farmers with their profitability by taking out the middlemen in their business transactions.
Our first married couple on the show this season, and the business started way back with you.
Yes. Originally, I started with seafood distribution.
Okay.
However, we just recently opened this Agraba marketplace just around April this year.
So our investors are ready to hear your pitch. So guys, good luck.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Jojo.
And I'm June.
And we are Agraba Marketplace. Our ask is $150,000 US in exchange for 10% equity in our company.
There is an unjust structure in the way that profits are divided through the agriculture value chain. The way it works, farmer gets the lowest profit share. So we are building a platform wherein farmers can supply directly to hotels and restaurants, cutting out the middleman.
For our revenue stream, we make 3 to 5% off of every successful transaction, 3% from our PO system, and 5% from the transactions from our marketplace. That's our pitch.
Jojo, June, nice presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
One of the problems of the farmers is the post-harvest facilities. I think you know that for a fact.
Yes.
Like where to store their harvest, how to bring it as fresh as possible to the restaurants. So how would you do it?
Well, that's the reason why we are partnering with the Department of Agriculture, or we're in dialogue with them, so that they could help us provide facilities to these far-flung communities. And also, the good thing about our platform is they can see in advance what's the need so that they could prepare, and then they could just harvest when it's needed.
If it doesn't work, you could always pivot to just supplying the information to the farmers about what they should be growing, and just it'll help them become more profitable. And
yeah, that's part of our platform. We're gonna give that analytics for.
Because there are other companies doing what you're doing already.
Yeah, but in order for us to gather data, there should be transaction happening within the platform.
But if the platform isn't ready yet, how are you conducting business now? Is it the same? Because there was something I saw about 3% or 5%.
That's how are we gonna monetize the platform.
You're just substituting the middleman with your platform.
It looks that way, but what we're doing actually is we're giving them a fair playing field wherein they could access the purchase order of all the hotels and restaurants, not just by one middleman.
But if you added plus, it might end up the same, plus your 5%.
It's more like this, because the cut of the middleman is 120%.
And you want to cut it by half.
Yeah, so we want to just get 3% and give that to the farmers. If we empower them to deliver by themselves, they get additional 100%.
How do you plan to help communities which are not so near Metro Manila? How do you build the market for them?
What we plan to do is go to each location and find locally the institutional consumers first. At the same time, do the vetting process and do all of the farm visits of the farmers within those regions so that we can also see both supply and demand.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There were a lot of interesting questions that were asked that we felt we could answer if we had more time.
Yes.
You're in politics. You can always, ban the middleman. I don't know.
No. You cannot ban middlemen.
You can't.
Regulate.
Yeah.
Next up is an entrepreneur aiming to provide opportunities for local freelancers for the international market through their online job platform.
First time that your company pitched to us, it was actually your husband,
Yeah.
who's in New York,
Yes.
who pitched to us, and he's based there and you're based here in the Philippines.
Yeah. We plan to change our American dream life into Philippine dream life for the Filipinos, to give them opportunities also that awaits for them, since we know that there's a lot of international clients over there waiting for them to work remotely.
So right now, you're up next. Good luck.
I'm Marilyn. I'm representing virtualassistant.ph. We're seeking for 8 million funding for 20% equity.
That's peso.
Yeah,
That's good.
So, we will be providing an escrow system wherein there is a security and job payment, and of course, the job deliverables. Next one is the blockchain, allowing the blockchain as the cryptocurrency through their payment of the client international. Another one features is the e-learning features. We want to make sure that our virtual assistant are very credible when it comes delivering or assisting our international clients. And lastly, the virtual assistant school. This focuses on the digital marketing, productions, social media marketing, and Facebook marketing for them. And this will be the training grounds of every freelancers who want to work online. And now, my question is, are you willing to help us to create more jobs for Filipinos? Thank you.
Why use you and not the other? I mean, I use freelancer marketplaces. So why is your solution better?
Our solution is better because we have already our market here in the Philippines, and we have already the community, and we use different features like the blockchain integration.
What level are you now in your platform?
What do you mean?
You're just putting the platform together.
Yeah, we have already the platform already, putting it together and working with some system like the payment system and other things.
But if we categorize you, what kind of an animal is virtual assistant?
I think both the freelancing platform and with the school, I can say that only online because we really want to scale up our business right now.
You stand as an investor. How will you look at your business? That's what I was asking you. Because you're all over the place. If I give you the money, how will you return it back to me? Using one or two industries that you want really to pursue.
Well, since I am an educator by profession, I guess
Exactly.
the virtual assistant school.
That's your strength. I
We can do
suggest
the
you
online,
focus
the
on that
e-learning.
strength.
Yeah.
I suggest that.
If you're looking for investors to commit capital, we have to know, like what exactly the plan is. Right.
Yeah, so I guess it's the virtual assistant schools for my
Stick with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
They gave me an advice on how am I going to scale it up and how will I make the business better for Filipinos. I need to focus on that. So those are the advice that I will not forget for those investors.
Her type of service is needed more in the maybe outside Metro Manila, not within Metro Manila.
Right.
Plus, if she wants to put up a space,
Look,
it's
the world
cheaper
is
outside.
world is becoming more and more workers.
That's another thing is the overheads. If you have a space, if you're doing this in a provincial area where the costs are so much lower, then it becomes more viable.
Up next,
So I'd like to introduce Milka Romero.
I haven't talked with the competitor in regards to...
Your competitor should be your best friend. You should know exactly what they're doing.
Lady, gentlemen, we're halfway through day one, and I know that Mikey, you did request that halfway through you will have to be substituted by someone because you have to wear your politician's hat this time. I think you have to head back to Congress. I know that you will be ably represented by your entrepreneurial daughter, Milka. So for now, thank you, and we'll see you back tomorrow. So as you know, our children are the better, more improved version of ourselves. And so I'd like to introduce the better, more improved version of Mikey Romero. None other than millennial entrepreneur, Milka Romero.
Hello.
Hello. Hello,
Hi.
welcome. Hi, Milka. Welcome to the team.
Thank you for having me.
So now I will call in the fifth entrepreneur.
Next to present their initial pitch is a group of entrepreneurs driven by a goal to democratize the most important commodity of the digital age.
You managed to put in sachet form the most important commodity for millennials and the Gen Z market, and that's Wi-Fi.
Correct.
You've been pitching to different pitch competitions, but you've never really been successful with that?
Yes.
What's been the problem?
I think during our first time, we didn't know how to prepare, we didn't know what to expect, so the first competition was terrible for us.
Yeah.
I hope that you do a better job this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are up next.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you. I need a Wi-Fi. How can I connect to the Wi-Fi? Oh, here's one. Hi, miss. How can I connect to your Wi-Fi?
Well, you need a cell phone load.
A cell phone load? But I don't have a load. Oh, here's another one. Hello, mister.
Hello.
How can I connect to your Wi-Fi?
Drop a coin, but you need to be beside me.
Oh, okay. I wish there's something better. Something that understands my needs. Oh, wait, there is. Introducing Master Wi-Fi. Thank you. My name is Jet, co-founder of Master Wi-Fi. We are seeking 50 million pesos in exchange of 35% equity of the company. So the business model is pretty simple. We connect our internet to the ISP, and then we distribute it, and then we also become a new channel for advertisements. The best part of this presentation is how do we make money, right? So the first model is the prepaid, second is the advertising, and then third is the global licensing. So that's Master Wi-Fi. Thank you for listening.
Is there anyone doing like something like this?
Yes, ma'am.
And how are they in terms of development? Are you late in the game? Are you together? I mean, simultaneously growing?
I haven't talked with the competitor in regards to...
So you don't know if your competitor is
Doing
what they're
good or
doing,
bad.
what they're doing? Your competitor should be your best friend. You should know exactly what they're doing.
So actually, I just followed them on Facebook. But...
Okay, they're your friends ka.
Literally.
Friends naman. Oh, yeah.
Are you working with the telcos to do this? Because you're basically reselling bandwidth you're buying from them.
You're connecting to the ISP.
Yes, that's
so
correct.
You're getting a bandwidth also from them. So would there be a throttle if you have many users connected to your system already?
You'll have to get the agreement from telcos.
Yes,
Do you have that already?
Not as of the moment.
You're basically getting the bandwidth from them to compete with them for their existing customers. So why would they support you?
We are not really competing with the telcos. The telco is our supplier, and then we are redistributing it with the general.
But like I said, you don't have the agreement to do that yet. How am I going to get my 50 million back, quickly without, before the telcos come in and compete with you or someone else does? So you say 3 years?
Yes.
3 years and I get a return.
If there would be no problem, yes.
Okay.
In a perfect world.
Thank you. Mega Wi-Fi.
Mega Wi-Fi.
Mega Wi-Fi.
All right.
Cheers.
Thank you. There were some technical questions that was the first time we've heard of, and I think it's actually the questions are all valid, and it's something that we will consider.
I don't think it's sustainable long. Yeah, it's too much competition and not enough surety for 50 million to throw into equipment that might be out of date in 3 years' time. I don't know.
Well, you're the expert here.
I'm not an expert. I just know a few things.
We'll get advice from you.
They're brave though, these guys.
But they should really get to know their competition better.
Yeah.
Up next is a group with a 5-star proposal for struggling hotel owners, as well as travelers looking for beachside lodging options.
First of all, I must say I love the shoes.
Wow, thank you.
But I know that Daimler, you're still in school, right?
Yeah.
And I know you had to finish an exam this morning. Okay, so you're in a very interesting business. So what's your strategy going into the pitch today?
We were planning to give them coconut juice in order for them to feel like they're in a tropical beach, and hopefully they will like it.
This is for you at your service, Cocotel.
This is for you.
I like it.
This is for you.
Thank you.
It's cool.
Wow.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Daimler.
My name is Rafa.
And my name is Reginald.
And we are
Cocotel.
And our goal is to provide
5-star quality for everyone.
And we are seeking 7.5 million pesos in exchange for 10% of our company.
We have identified different problems that modern travelers are facing nowadays. Number one is getting a quality rooms. You can see on the photos here, this is a normal situation in 1 to 2 star hotels in Philippines. Other problem is getting a direct hotel booking, where these hotels 1 to 2 star doesn't have their website, they don't have a secure payment where travelers process the reservations. Also, we have identified different problems of hotel owners and operators in 1 to 2 star hotels. Number one is low occupancy because they don't have any competitive advantage at all. The rooms are in poor condition. They don't have anyone who can help them in their sales management and in digital marketing space as well. We have solution for travelers, the affordability of quality, comfortable, and aesthetically pleasing hotel rooms. Our solution for hotel owners are revolutionizing 1 to 2 star hotels by refurbishing the rooms, by rebranding them to create a new brand identity. We will unite 1 to 2 star hotels under Cocotel umbrella.
These are sample rooms, which is tropically inspired, which is clean, comfortable, and it serves as a really nice feeling for a customer. So, Rafael.
Thank you, Miles. By 2021, we will hopefully target 63 million pesos in revenue with 1,500 rooms across 3 countries, namely Philippines, my home country Indonesia, and also in Vietnam. With this, thank you very much for listening to our presentation, and let's make 5-star quality for everyone. Thank you.
So what's your relation between us partners? How do you guys end up in the Philippines, and can you tell us something about that?
Alright, I'm actually based in Sydney. I've been there for 4 years now, and I met Rafa in Sydney in a Filipino community.
Actually, I'm Indonesian, but I studied in Sydney as well. But yeah, I knew him from the Filipino community because I'm actually half Filipino as well. And lastly, he's my nephew.
Oh.
Yep.
When you say refurbish them, you're gonna...
For example, you are a hotel owner, you have 15 rooms inventory. We will only take 3 rooms in there. We will help you sell the other rooms because the average occupancy in Philippines is 66, meaning there is an empty rooms. So we will partner with them and we will rebrand it on Cocotel and then we will sell it as our brand. We will just focus on the market segment in the beach areas only. We will make the competition relevant.
That's why.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time for branding as well.
You didn't mention the beach areas only.
Yeah, that's a major thing.
Yeah. Yes.
What would it cost per room refurbishment?
So it will take 40,000 pesos.
Have you done any at 40,000? That seems
not yet. We are planning to do it by next year.
Yeah.
So come back to us.
Yeah, let us know if it's 40 again.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Bye.
We are actually quite overwhelmed with the questions and everything, but I believe they're quite interested when it comes to business models and everything.
Yep, and there are some points that we learn from them as well. So hopefully we can just learn from that experience as well.
No, I think the concept, I think if they can scale it, you know, within the property, even, you know,
and control it.
Yeah, but problem is the refurbishment. It takes a long time.
40,000.
40,000. I need their construction people.
I want to hire them.
I'll make a hotel na lang myself. It's 40,000
per room.
lang. Coco cheers.
Coco cheers.
Coco cheers.
Next time on The Final Pitch, 2 more social enterprises wrap up day 1 of the initial pitch.
You're actually the first return contestant on the show.
I recall you saying there was a 36% return on investment. Where did you come up with that figure?
And day 2 begins, featuring small and medium enterprises.
I would like to make a proposal, so